hot chicks.
Go.
The radio starts 8 o'clock in the evening. It talks about various hot spots around the world: Pakistan, India, China, Taiwan, America, and problems with Mexico, and other problems, Russia and the former Eastern Bloc countries. There's issues everywhere. There's nuclear bombs pointing at each other. There's problems. So that's the news at 8 o'clock. And they've also talking about the Mars mission. This Mars mission is going to be a 5-year mission, various different groups going at different intervals, hauling food, hauling fuel. And this is the first, and these guys have enough for the 5-year mission, and they're traveling, the 7 guys are traveling to do this, to do the first supply mission, and they're going to stay there, and they'll be part of the first group. And that's the launch today. So that's the news, and it plays at 8 o'clock. Well, then it's dark, this man's sleeping, you never see any movement. 9 o'clock rolls around, the 9 o'clock news comes on. Problems are starting to show up around the world just within the hour. Pakistan and India have declared war on each other. 10 o'clock news, you've got nuclear breakouts everywhere. 11 o'clock news, you've got massive clouding, the weather is getting terrible. There's real issues. The sun is coming up over there, and there's just massive clouds. It's just horrible. It's all radio, so you only hear just the descriptions of what's going on over in the early east. Okay, and then as the next hour, as the sun moves over, by 6 o'clock that morning, the world has come to a complete end. The radio stops at 6 o'clock. So basically, during this 2 or 3 minute intro to the movie while credits are running and all that, the world comes to an end. Now you have these guys alive on the spaceship, and their trip is to Mars. Okay, and it's all pre-programmed. So you have various things laying out very quickly. Those guys up there.
The Earth is dying, and they're the only hope.
The Earth is dying. They're up there.
They're the only hope.
They're dying too. There's no hope. They're dead too.
They're dead too?
Yeah, quickly. Everybody dies.
There's no happy ending?
Well, hang on. It gets worse.
Oh, you gotta go to Korea and get the happy ending.
It gets worse. Okay. Well, there's a happy ending in the end.
Oh, good.
Depends on how you want to end it. You can end it happy, or you can end it sad.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It can go either way. I haven't really said an ending. There's several I have. But anyway, here. So basically, by 6 o'clock in the morning, the world is dead, and then there's no radio, and you basically show the world, and you do show certain groups of humans that are still living. They're trying. There's cities that are walling up. There's pockets of people living everywhere. So eventually there's hope for the world that maybe we can get it all back together, and within a few months, a few years, there can be an infrastructure in the old world. So because the culture's not dead.
Where are the people living? Are they underground?
The people mainly in like Georgia's and Iowa's.
Away from the nuclear targeting areas.
Yes, and diseases and huge famine, food wars, food riots, and that kind of thing. So that's going on. You can montage all that into a pretty quick thing.
Is it like, you know the movie, was it Postman?
Yes, exactly.
Kevin Costner.
It's similar to that, except what you're going to do is compress 5,000 years of time. You compress the end of the world into 2 or 3 minutes. You're going to compress.
So global warming, or is it something like?
You got global warming. You got
people are seeing this happening
right now. But here's what destroys the human race. It is none of that, because humans will survive like rats, right? What happens is only 1 out of maybe 100 babies born are male.
Okay, some kind of because we were
just a small change.
It was Monsanto. It was some Monsanto or something.
The evil. Who knows?
Of course,
there's
could
nobody
be
to know, because you're basically trying. You don't have any dialogue or anything through this. You have to somehow talk about it in a way.
No genetics. I love this. Let's get into genetics.
So it changes the genetics just slightly, so that every male. So what this does is causes civilizations to collapse everywhere. And according to this story, the only civilization that still exists, lives in Zion National Park. It's a society of women. Okay, this is 5,000 years later.
Oh, this is Star Trek. This is Star Trek.
Now, what is all the evils that men have?
No, exactly. This is Star Trek. I love this one.
It's like Star Trek. It's like Planet of the
Apes. No, there is a one Star Trek. They go to a planet, and it's only women, and they all want to fuck because they want to reproduce, because their men didn't lose their testosterone, whatever.
Well, this is actually very structured. Now, think about this.
Okay.
Men use tools.
Yes.
Men are violent.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of things with men that cause the end of the world. Well, what happens is there's the, what do you call it, the hierarchy of women. What would you call that? A council, a circle, a coven.
The feline hierarchy.
The highest level of these priestesses, of all these women, There's no violence. So if somebody misbehaves within the community,
how do they get punished?
They're walked, they're encircled, and they're
shamed.
Peaceful. No, they're walked outside of this wall because this is the only civilization within Zion.
Oh no!
So if you go past,
did they go out the evil and then there's stuff that'll kill you?
God knows what's out there. I mean,
how did they have to do it right away, or do they? Oh, they always die. Did they always die?
You don't know. Who cares?
See, because I would like to have it where someone survives.
It's just horrible out there. Exactly. There's animals, there's diseases, there's no food.
Because it would be much richer if someone goes out and she comes back, she crawls back.
Well, you can do that, but this is not the story. I mean, that would be cool too.
No, it's fine.
But this particular story doesn't
that would be 4
involve
paragraphs.
the women. It's not really not about the women.
Okay.
So there are a few men born. Okay. And these men are cherished.
Elevated and cherished in their.
But not elevated.
Oh no.
Because they're evil. They're violent.
Because they're men.
They're men, right? And they're only needed
for fucking.
Not even for fucking, just for their sperm.
So no way.
These women have their own love.
They don't shove things up their ass and have them.
They do whatever. It's not. It's just. It's a priestess.
There's no pleasure.
Only 2 or 3 women. I mean, they take. It's an organized thing.
Are the men like prisoners?
They're definitely prisoners. They're complete prisoners, and they're treated harshly.
No, we gotta have this. So it'll be like a reference to the NSA.
Kind of like
followed in the ways.
A lot like Planet of the Apes.
No, exactly right.
Okay, so that's the way they're treated. But at the same time, you can't let anything happen to one.
No.
They got to be well fed like a racehorse and that kind of thing. And at the same time,
and the women are treating each other like cats because they want to.
Well, no, there's no violence.
Okay. Well, cats can create without violence, right? Cats can do these the psychology of the women.
What I want to do is get a psychotic sisterhood here, where there is no